cruisers, welcome to Cruisetipstv. It's so good to have all of you here. We're back for a live cruise Q&A live stream tonight. Live stream. That was a bit redundant, but so thankful for all of you. Hope everyone is doing great and your week has kicked off well. I have to tell you a funny story. On the monitor that we have up right now where Mr. Cruisetipstv writes all your questions, there's a holdover comment from our last Amazon Live where we were baking on the show, and the note says, the cherry almond tastes more like a muffin. So if you were at that live stream, you can appreciate that the cherry almond might have tasted a little bit more like a muffin because we were cooking, we were baking fritters in the air fryer. It was really fun. It was really fun. Anyway, yes, indeed, Mr. Cruisetipstv, I would agree. It did taste more like a muffin. How is everybody doing tonight? Are we so excited? What's up, Nautical Nurse Nancy? How are you doing? Thank you, thank you. And indeed, Nancy said it well when she said, cruising is back. It is so back. Joe, you are so on time. Thank you very much for being here, y'all. And wow, thank you so much for all of the thumbs ups on this video. I see we already have 52 thumbs ups. What? You guys are showing us the love already. Thank you, thank you. Really appreciate all of you guys. We are having a giveaway, in case you haven't heard. I want to explain this as thoughtfully as I can. It came to our attention while we were on our last cruise that we hit 90,000 subscribers, and we thought that was a really wonderful milestone. But as you guys know, we're not so much always about the numbers, the subscribers. It's about much more than that for us. Much, much more than that. It's much deeper. It's about the connection we have with all of you. The fact that there are so many of you who have been following us for many, many years, and that just really runs a lot deeper than the number 90,000. But at the same time, we like any excuse to party and to do a fun little giveaway. And more than anything, though, this is really just a viewer appreciation giveaway. And I need to pop the link in there one more time. I'm going to do that right now. Let me grab it really quickly. Of course, I lost it right when I said that. But I have something else I want to say in just a moment. I'm not going to get emotional. I promise. It's not going to happen. I'm just communicating how we feel about this when we talk about it. Let's find that giveaway first, though, because I know y'all are like, where's the giveaway link? It is pinned at the top of the chat, but I'm going to put the link in there. Again, here we go. All right, there it is. There's the giveaway link. Now, a couple of things about the giveaway link. You're going to notice that it's a very simple 3-question survey. All we ask you for is your name and your email address. And if you want to enter the United States giveaway or the international giveaway, because the United States giveaway, because of some of the contents, I can only mail it in the US. So the international giveaway will be something different. So there's actually 2 prizes tonight. The first prize, Mr. Cruisetipstv, do you have a moment to put it up on the screen? We're going to show you what's in this prize pack for our United States entrance. This is the one for the US. I know it's a little bit hard to see, so I'm going to look at the screen and tell you what is in it. So the first thing that you're going to see in there is a wet swimsuit bag. That's the thing with the anchors on it from Wander and Perch. There's a set of packing cubes from our travel agency partner, Dream Vacations. There's a Michael Kors passport wallet. Yes, I said that right. It is Michael Kors. There's a beautiful orange floral clutch, a little zipper bag. There's a jewelry holder, a Cruisetipstv face mask, which we definitely hope you won't need, but we want you to have it anyway. Luggage tags, vaccine card holders, plastic clear luggage tags for your cruise cards, and a waterproof phone case from our friends at Cruise On. So this is the United States giveaway. The international giveaway is going to be a gift card because it is difficult to mail things internationally, but we want to show our appreciation to all of our international friends. So you enter using the same link. The official rules for this giveaway are in the description of this video. It's very important for me to say that this giveaway is absolutely in no way associated with YouTube itself, and we want you to read the rules and regulations. You can enter as late as noon Pacific time tomorrow, Wednesday, July 21st. That's when it closes, and we'll be drawing the winner tomorrow. The winner will be notified by email. The winner's names will be noted in the comments of this video and pinned to the top. So that's everything you need to know about the giveaway. So it's fun. We don't like doing giveaways super awesome because super often. Here's why. We don't want people to just come here for a giveaway and then go away forever. Like unsubscribe, just come here for the stuff. It's not about that. We're about rewarding the people who stick around and watch our stuff all the time. That's what's more important. We don't want people to just be fly by night, come by for the giveaway. That's not what it's all about. Okay, enough talking. That was too much talking. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let's get to your cruise questions, because that's what's so important. I'm kind of just looking at the chat go by right now and seeing everybody's comments. Thank you very much. I'm so glad that you like the stuff in the pack. I love it. Alfred Collins says, first time going on a cruise in March 2022. What should I pack? I watched some of your packing videos going from Illinois to Fort Lauderdale traveling with Princess. Sounds like you're going to the Caribbean, right, Alfred? If you're going to the Caribbean, you want to pack cool, comfortable clothing. You want to make sure you take swimwear, lots of sunscreen, sun protection, hats, sunglasses, flip-flops, and even some comfortable closed-toed. Walking shoes are going to be good. Of course, if you're on a cruise line that does formal nights, you can pack your formal wear too, but really focus on resort wear, swimwear, and cool, cozy summer type clothing. I hope that helps you a little bit, Alfred. Was that good? Was that a good answer? Oh, Bridget's Buzz says, how much is a self-serve laundry on Carnival typically? I haven't been on Carnival for 3 years, but my recollection is it was like $3 for a wash load and $3 for a dry load, around there. But if anybody else remembers how much it was, let me know. Aw, thank you, Debbie. That's so kind. Yes, Douglas is correct. Douglas said, info, Susie from Cruise Yes Please said the Carnival Horizon captain told her Carnival's expecting ships to be sailing at 100% capacity within a month. That is true. She did say that on our Instagram live stream last night. That is what the captain told her, and I do believe it because that ship Horizon is at 70% this week, and they're probably just going to keep ramping it right up. What's up? Keisha, how are you? Hi. So good to see you. I'm glad you told me who you were because I didn't recognize you from the username itself. Looks like Mr. Cruisetipstv is getting some questions in for me. This is so good. Aw, Christy, thank you. The spirit animal. That is so funny. Diane, I've never been to Nicaragua, but that is a great question. I'm sorry I don't have any answer for you, but let's jump back up to the top. Mr. Cruisetipstv has questions for you. For Ashley, thank you so much for your kind words. I'm glad you and your husband like watching. Chadrick79 said, my first YouTube live with you. Thanks for answering on Instagram about our upcoming Alaska cruise on Discovery Princess. Aw, you're so welcome. I totally remember our conversation on Instagram, and that is absolutely my pleasure. Cheers to you, my friend, my very full martini with this giant piece of ice in it to keep me cool and to keep my martini cool. Let's take a little celebratory sip here, guys. Mary said that $3 laundry price is correct. Thank you, B Lamb. It's from Amazon. This shirt is from Amazon. It is, I just have exercise pants on the bottom, but the shirt is from Amazon. If you want to message me, I can try to get you a link later. Okay. Michelle said, I need some Mediterranean ideas. We're doing Santorini, Mykonos, Rhodes, and Limassol, but that might change to Dubrovnik. Ooh, if you get to go to Dubrovnik, lucky you. Even if you don't watch Game of Thrones, go on a Game of Thrones tour in Dubrovnik if you get to go. That is the only advice I have for you because I haven't been to any of those ports, but maybe our folks can help you with that, Michelle. Oh my gosh. On my screen just popped up some love from Joe Mock. Joe, thank you for the super chat this evening. He's a man of few words on the super chat. It's just a very stoic super chat tonight. But thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. Joe does have a separate question. There's the words. Alaska land portion on Princess. What kind of excursions can I expect at the different lodge stops? Nothing on the site yet. Oh my gosh, Joe. So specific excursions, there's everything from like river, paddle wheel, boat tours to excursions, depending on where you're going. Like if you're going into Denali, you're gonna have like bus tours that go into Denali. There's so many different things you can expect. But one thing I will say for you, Joe, is that people tend to really burn out on the land portion. So be careful and don't overbook yourself, because some of the folks that I know that do land tours and people I know who have actually worked at the land tours say that people are absolutely flat out exhausted. So I would say be careful. Maybe enjoy the lodge for a day or two and don't do an excursion and just chill. That might be nice. Sonia Catley said, have you cruised around the South Pacific, New Zealand, Australia yet? No, we have not, Sonia. It's on our bucket list, but I have visited New Zealand and Australia well before I met my husband. When I was 16, my family and I spent a month in Australia and New Zealand. So in Australia, we visited Perth and Sydney and wasn't Brisbane. It was the Gold Coast. Remind me of the city. I don't remember. And then in New Zealand, we were on the South Island, and it was just spectacular. Queenstown, is that right? Is that where we were? Oh man, did I love New Zealand. It was gorgeous. Can't wait to return. I have a dream of visiting Milford Sound. I did not do it when I was there, and I really regretted it. So thank you for asking, Sonia. Ladybug says, Hal cruise in May 2022 that ends in Amsterdam. I want to stay in Europe a couple weeks. Should I pack 2 suitcases and ship one home? You know what? You could do it that way, or you could just plan to do laundry on Holland America right before you get off the ship, and then you can do laundry again in Amsterdam. If it was me, I would not pay to have that suitcase shipped home, because I don't know what the shipping is going to be like, Ladybug, from Amsterdam. So if it was me, I'd probably try to figure out another way. Jose, 82 days before your cruise, should you rent a day bed on Coco Key? Meh, I wouldn't. I don't think it's worth the money. There's plenty of shady spots. If you want the cushiony, cozy day bed, go for it. But I don't think it's absolutely necessary. Aw, Ronnie Sims Ferry, thank you so much for the super chat tonight. It is much appreciated. And as we say, never expected. Oh my goodness, another super chat in the house from Missy Cutler. Missy said, when is your next cruise? Looking forward to your Adventure of the Seas vlogs. Well, Missy, we are definitely, Mr. Cruisetipstv is very actively editing the vlogs for Adventure of the Seas. We do not know when our next cruise is yet. It's not solidified, but we will surprise you from the deck of the ship. When it happens, we will literally appear live and we will be there, and it'll be a total surprise. So get ready for it. It'll happen. Just kind of trying to figure things out, because remember we're in that situation where our son isn't vaccinated. So it's tricky right now to plan a cruise, you guys. It's very confusing. Just Jeannie said, question, going on a cruise in Europe in May and I took the cruise insurance. Is that enough insurance? Probably. Love you too, Just Jeannie. It probably is enough insurance. I don't know which cruise line or what level of insurance, but it should be pretty comprehensive. Hopefully you went with one of the higher level plans. Ginger Quick says, how far out did you plan excursions on your last trip? Oh, okay. Yeah, I would not plan them, Ginger, that early. I would wait. If you're cruising with an unvaccinated child, wait, because you may have to do a bubble excursion with your unvaccinated child, and bubble excursions may not be available until the last minute. So wait it out. If there's something you're dying to do, and if it gets canceled, you're going to be heartbroken. Okay, fine. Book it and let the money sit in that account. That's fine. Nicole said, oh, thank you so much, Nicole. Nicole said she links our videos in her upcoming family cruise. Thank you, Nicole. That's so kind of you. Oh my gosh. Appreciate it. Andrea Langley said, I'm 3 months pregnant and I have a cruise planned in September. I'm not vaccinated and don't plan to be while I'm pregnant. Does this mean I won't be able to go on my cruise? Depends what cruise line, Andrea. If you cruise with a line that allows 5% vaccine exemptions, you can apply for an exemption. For example, Carnival Cruise Line on some of their voyages does allow people to cruise without being vaccinated, but only 5% can be vaccinated. So you have to submit an exemption form after you've paid fully. Now, I don't know where you're going, which cruise line you're going with, but Royal Caribbean doesn't necessarily allow everyone to be vaccinated on all of their sailings. It just depends on where you're going. So you need to work with a good travel agent on this. If you don't already have your cruise with a travel agent, if it's not too late, you might want to transfer it over or call Carnival, Andrea, because it's very complex. Melissa Lozano. Can you move Melissa to the top for me, honey? All right. Melissa said, I'm going on a cruise in January 2022 to the Bahamas from Texas. Should I take a jacket? Is it cold in the Bahamas? No. I don't think that you're going to need a jacket, but a wrap or a sweater for indoor areas, possibly, maybe at night would be fine, but I never needed one in the Bahamas. The water can be a little chilly though. Mike Bedard said, first Alaska cruise next August. What's the weather like that time of year? What's a must pack? Mike, a couple things for you. You want to pack lots of layers. The weather in August can be a mixed bag of sun, drizzle, wind. It can be everything. So you want to pack lots of layers like jeans, t-shirts, hoodies. You need a lightweight rain layer and potentially a warmer jacket. You need non-slip soled sneakers. It's pretty casual in Alaska. Even for dinners, it's a little bit more casual. Mike, we have loads of Alaska packing videos. We'd love to invite you to watch those. Jeanette Solero, thank you so much for the super chat. Jeanette says, you are awesome. Thank you, Jeanette. You're boosting my ego. I don't deserve it. Thank you so much. Mike, again, message me if you need any help finding those videos. On Facebook or Instagram, send me a DM. We're at Cruisetipstv. Happy to help. Mandy Mills said, I think I can get away with just carry-on for a 9-day European cruise, so lost in what to pack. Yes, you can, Mandy. Go back and watch our MSC Meraviglia packing series. So just go to our videos, go to the videos tab or the content tab on our channel and search Meraviglia packing or Europe packing. You can do it. It's totally possible, but if you don't want to do it, don't stress yourself out. You don't have to do it. No one's pressuring you. Melinda Page said, question, in Alaska, is it acceptable to wear nice jeans and sweaters to the MDR on non-formal nights? Yeah. On most cruise lines, Melinda, absolutely. On Carnival, 100%. Yes, you can do that. And I recommend jeans and sweaters in Alaska. It's colder at night in the dining rooms. Melanie Simmons said, Caribbean on Princess for Thanksgiving. Think it will happen. I definitely think you have a good shot at that, Melanie. I do. Alexis is in the house. Alexis aboard said, oh, can you move Alexis to the top? Jen Megsy, thank you so much on the congrats for the subscribers, and thank you, Chris, for the super chat. You're such a sweetie. Thank you, thank you. Aw. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, Alexis said, thinking about Boston to Montreal in May 2022. Obsessed with Anne with a knee on Netflix. Will Hal be too serene? It totally depends on you, but one of our favorite cruises of all time was on Holland America's Maasdam, Canada, New England. We loved it, Alexis. I mean, you know, it's definitely more serene, but Canada, New England cruises can be more serene as well. So it's also the destination. Go for it. We love Holland America. Can't wait to cruise with them again. It's a weird coincidence that we haven't cruised with them lately because we loved all of our cruises on Holland America. All right, Shore DC said, hey Sherry, going to Alaska August 30th. Do you think we need to purchase excursions for Ketchikan or can we explore on our own? I can't see the top of that one. Can we explore on our own and fill the day? Ketchikan is pretty walkable if you don't want to spend the money. Ultimately, I think it's a good idea to do something outside of Ketchikan and go see the greater area. But yeah, you can definitely walk around the town. You could even book the lumberjack show on your own. You could go to the salmon ladder. There's a lot you could do. Oh my goodness. Mike and Cheryl just bought us a cocktail. Mike and Cheryl, cheers. Thank you for the super chat. I just dropped a big old droplet of my condensation from my glass on my keyboard. But thank you guys so very much. I'm going to buy myself a drink before the next cruise, courtesy of Mike and Cheryl. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate you so much. Mel said, is there a way to let Norwegian know of my food allergy prior to cruising in October? I have 3 specialty restaurants in MDR. I don't know if they have a special email address at Norwegian. I know that Royal Caribbean does, but telling that maitre d' on day 1 in the dining room or at the dining room open hours is just as impactful as telling them in advance, because the cruise line, the maitre d', the head chef, your waiter, they're going to be in control of that situation. So it's just as impactful probably to go tell them on day 1, in my opinion. Kristen M, what is the weather like in Florida, Caribbean in January? Never cruised. It's glorious. It's wonderful. It should not be too cold to swim at all, Kristen. It should be beautiful. It should be very, very nice. You can have cooler weather in Florida in January for sure, but the Caribbean should be warm. The ocean water might be a little cooler, but you'll be fine. It's Florida. It's the Caribbean. It'll stay warm. Dennis Ormond said, do comp cruises count towards C&A points? Oh, Kristen, one other thing I wanted to say is do pack a lightweight jacket for Florida for the days you're getting on and off the ship. For the Caribbean, you won't need that. I don't know what C and A points are, Dennis, but if you're talking about, Crown and Anchor. Dennis, I don't know what you mean by comp. If it's like a casino comp, ask the casino booking people. I'm not sure about that. I think that they probably would if the casino department offered you the cruise. If you booked it through a third party, maybe not. It depends on what kind of a comp it is. Heather Ann said, do you know if the state of Florida can appeal the CDC just won? I don't know if they can appeal the appeal. I don't know how much back and forth there can be about that. I'm assuming they probably can. I don't know if they're going to try, but I'm not really sure, Heather. Bridget said, do you know anything about Majestic Princess? We're looking at that ship for Alaska in 2022. Well, I know that they have crew on board and they're getting ready to sail again. So my suggestion to you is you go to Instagram and plug in the hashtag Majestic Princess. When you get that hashtag that comes up, click follow and start following the crew Instagrams. Start following people who are going to be sailing on it. It's a gorgeous ship brought over from Asia. It was in Asia. Probably a little bit like Royal Princess from what I understand, but it's new and beautiful and sparkly and we'd love to go on it. Our Goody said, what is your favorite drink on a sea day? Adult drink. I usually gravitate towards something not super sweet, something from a martini bar. Our Goody, some kind of a martini is always great. If not, I love a good Negroni. I love a good mojito made less sweet. Julie Ibsen said, do you still tip even with a drink package? It's up to you, Julie. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I give $1 a drink, sometimes I don't. Interestingly enough, a lot of times I tip the coffee people, like in the morning, the coffee bar people, a little extra, but it's completely discretionary. Stephen Sherrill said, sailing on Panorama first cruise back, do you know what the capacity roughly will be? I don't know, but I would expect it to be similar to what's going on with Horizon in Florida, which is approximately 70%. Carnival has been sailing at pretty high capacities between 60 and 70%. So far, that's what they're demonstrating. So Stephen, I don't have that as a factual answer for you, but if history with Carnival is any indicator with the other ships that are back in service, it's going to be high. Tammy said, anyone done a river cruise? Interested, but prone to motion sickness. There is not a lot of motion on those river cruises at all, Tammy. And our travel agency partner is an expert in river cruise planning. So if you need help and you want a good travel agent, please contact me and I will put you in touch with her. All right, I am ready for whatever's underneath Tammy's. All right, guys, taking a breather. Oh my goodness, Charles Qualls. Charles, what a handsome profile picture you have. That is so nice. Thank you for the super chat. Charles said, we're curious about Belize. We've done 2 Mayan ruin tours. What's it like to just walk around the village? Don't recommend it at all in Belize City. There is a little shopping area right there, but you do not want to venture outside. It is not safe. Highly recommend you do a snorkeling and reef tour. Our favorite tour in Belize City is called Goff's Key. Goff, Goff's Key. Charles, look it up and thank you so much. Guys, I know there's a lot of questions and we're behind on some of them. Hang in there, we're working hard on getting to them. Gavin said, any excursion ideas for the ABC Islands? I haven't been to any of them, but do you know who's got some really good content, Gavin? Griff and Alyssa, Trapped in Paradise on YouTube, really good ABC Islands. I'm dreaming of going down there, but right now I don't have a lot of advice for you. Check that out, Gavin. Jose said, any recommendations for Belize? I think I just got you, Jose, because Charles, who super chatted, popped right up into my mind there, and I wanted to let you know that. Oh my gosh. Brenda, thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry that I missed it. Brenda said evil meeting scheduling time, wink, wink. Oh my goodness. You're going to have to tell me what that means a little later, Brenda, because I don't know, but I like it. Lisa said, is it true Canada is opening to U.S. residents starting August 9th? I heard that something like that was true, but I didn't make note of the date. I think I heard that they're opening to U.S. residents in August, and then in September they're opening up to other countries, but maybe Mike and Cheryl and some of our other Canadian friends, Karen Gord, Megan, can weigh in on that. Nancy said, any advice for what to do in the port of Costa Maya that's not too active? Yes, Nancy. I highly recommend Maya Chan. It's a private beach club. It is a long drive to get there, and they will pick you up, though. So look it up, Maya, C-H-A-N. We loved it. The seaweed was really bad there at that area down by Mahawal. The sargassum in the water was gross, but the beach and the tacos fabulous, and you can just sit there, Nancy, and rest that knee. Scott Kaler said, have you heard of cruise lines charging more for unvaccinated passengers? The way that they're charging more, Scott, is that they are charging unvaccinated passengers to be tested on board. For example, at the moment, Carnival is charging $150 for 2 COVID tests for unvaxxed passengers. One at the terminal at check-in, and the second one is going to be at debarkation. So there's that cost. As far as other costs to the unvaccinated passenger, the only other cost would be the cost of the mandatory insurance that is required in some states at the moment. But the cruises themselves are not more expensive. It is just those things, the outside things, not the cruise itself. Thomas Hool said, is it safe to be on your own in Cartagena, Colombia, or should we do a ship tour? You could totally do something on your own. We did a ship tour in Cartagena. We did the carriage ride, and it was great. And Thomas, we have a vlog about Cartagena. If you click on the videos and search Cartagena, you're going to find it. And it was a great tour through Princess. But I would feel safe doing something on my own. Zeterson said, are you going to do outfits of the day video from your last cruise? I enjoy those. No, I'm so sorry. We didn't film those. Just too much going on, and we needed to ease back in, but you'll see our clothes in the vlogs. I'm sorry. Gavin said, for a land vacay, I'm taking a Glacier cruise for a day. What kind of clothes should I pack for that day? A Glacier cruise, meaning that are you getting off and hiking on the Glacier, or are you just out on the water, Gavin? If you're hiking the Glacier, totally different answer. On the water, you need a waterproof rain layer, and underneath that, some kind of a sweater or hoodie to keep you warm, as well as potentially a hat and a scarf. But if you're hiking the Glacier, they should give you clothing recommendation. Alexis says, are you curious as I am at what the October Alaska cruises will be like? Totally, Alexis, because where did that come from? These Norwegian cruises in... my Alexa just went off. Of course, I'm sure you're used to that, Alexis. It's so annoying. I'm sorry. Yeah, I really want to do it. All right. Ms. Mary, do you recommend using a travel agent now with all the changes, or straight with the cruise? More than ever, a good travel agent, a good one who knows what the heck is going on with protocols, because they're complicated. Mary Ellen said, is Mr. Sancho still a safe place to spend the day? It absolutely is. All the beach clubs in Cozumel, still great, still safe. Felicia DiNardo, any suggestions for a hotel in Miami? Not cruise until February, looking to reserve soon. I am not very good at Miami hotels, Felicia. You guys, let's help Felicia in the chat. Give her some Miami hotel suggestions. Debbie Nielsen, what excursions do you recommend in Aruba and the DR? Debbie, unfortunately, I haven't been to either place, so I can't make a recommendation. Can you guys help Debbie with excursions in Aruba and the DR? Alfred Inglesby, can't see his question, hun. Taking a breather. I love the breathers. Alfred Inglesby said, question, when will Cruisetipstv family be on the Carnival Mardi Gras? Wife and I will be on Mardi Gras week of September 4th. Alfred, I'll be honest. It's not at the top of my list right now. There are just some other things that I'd rather do more, but we would love to go on that ship. But you know what? We're not super big on being like the first people on the brand new ships for all the inaugurals. Doesn't always work that well for us. So I don't know, Alfred, if we're going to be on there this year, but I hope you have a blast on September 4th. It sounds really fun. Ladybug says, I haven't cruised in 20 years. Looking forward to getting back to it. Thanks for your vibes and positivity. You're more than welcome. Sal Arguelles, I'm waiting for your question to move to the top, Sal, and then I got you. Sal said, question, have you heard when sailings out of Puerto Rico will start? I haven't heard, Sal. Really good question. Anu Pam, do you do the key program on Royal? No, Anu Pam, I don't do the key on Royal. I personally don't find it to be worth it. Kristen Marie said, first cruise is out of New Jersey on Oasis, so excited. What's a must-do in Nassau? Wish there was something like your Nachi video. Oh, I know. Go visit Atlantis. Go to Atlantis for the day, buy the water park passes, and have a blast. Chad said, would you book a forward cabin for your first cruise? Found a corner club class mini suite for Alaska with an amazing balcony. Yeah, I would. I totally would book that cabin. Are you kidding me? I love it. The only downside is that it could get really windy on sea days and they might lock it. Maybe, but I would go for it. Bridget said, who would you go to for dietary requirements, no sodium for Blue Iguana and Guy's Burgers? Bridget, I don't know if they can accommodate in the specialty restaurants like that, but you could definitely ask the maitre d', but I don't know that they can do it with those type of places because honestly, a lot of the food is pre-packaged and processed and pre-made, and I just don't know if they're gonna be able to do that for you. Sean Armstrong, how is Mexican Riviera? It's amazing, Sean. It's nothing like the Caribbean, but it's one of our favorites. Tomorrow's podcast, we answer a question about how the Mexican Riviera is different from the Caribbean. So if you're not already subscribed to our podcast, search anywhere you listen for Cruisetipstv Unplugged, and you will find it. I just want to stop and say thank you guys very much for all the thumbs ups tonight on the video. You've just joined, hit the thumbs up button. And I'm going to pop our giveaway link in the chat one more time. If you have not entered our giveaway yet, please go for it. Ladybug, what was your favorite day with your family on your last cruise? Oh, they were all so great. We had a blast at Atlantis before the cruise. That was incredible. Cozumel was amazing. Favorite day was probably Father's Day at Perfect Day at Coco Key. Sean said, how is it to cruise Mexican Riviera in March weather? It's nice. Sean, it can be really, really good in March, and you still should be able to do whale watching, so it's great. It's pleasant. A little chilly in California, though. So just be prepared for chilly and windy in California. Steve Roth. Steve, I know you asked this question a while ago. We're catching up. Any advice on planning shore excursions? Is it better go with cruise line sponsored excursions, given the changing protocols? I would say either one is still fine. Steve, I would not feel pressured to book with the cruise line, especially if you are vaccinated. All of these shore excursion providers are going to be held to the standard by, the standards that their country has, and their countries are probably very strict as well, so I have no qualms about booking outside. Ashley, thank you for the super chat, or Forshly. I'm not sure if it's Ashley or Forshly. She said, just booked for Belize, Costa Maya, Cozumel. Can you please elaborate about Belize not being safe? What if you have a private guide? If you have a private guide, totally different story, but you will find that when you get there and you take the very long tender ride in, walking around, they've got it like gated off because it's just a seedy neighborhood right outside the cruise port. So there's not much to walk around and see and do. So having a private guide is great. Ryan Richard, long time no see. Good to see ya. I'm ready for Kimberly's question. And thanks again for the super chat, everybody. Did I miss the super cat? John and Tanya gave us a super cat tonight. John said, is Carnival still home porting Panorama in Long Beach? Live stream is so fun. Thank you. Yes, my friend John. They are totally starting. They are home porting in California, Long Beach. They're starting their cruises in August. In fact, their first voyage is just about a month from now, August 21st, Carnival Panorama resumes her beautiful sailings out of Long Beach, California. It's happening, John. She's still here. Yes. Kimberly said, can you please send me a referral to a great travel agency here in Knoxville? I will send you a great referral to a travel agency, but the travel agent can be used anywhere. These days, Kimberly, nobody really uses travel agents in their home area. It's all very much like remote and virtual. So I've just, under my Sherry TV username, Kimberly, I've just put our travel agent recommendation in there. The phone number to call our travel agency partner is 949-681-8092. And Wendy, who owns the business, will route you to one of her agents and have you help out with that. So that's my recommendation. Okay. Peggy said, can you still cruise if unvaccinated? Yes, Peggy, on some cruise lines you can. Jenny Buchanan, what's the best way to get from Houston Airport to Galveston? I don't know. I've never cruised out of Galveston. That's a great question, Jenny. Who has cruised out of Galveston and can tell Jenny how to get from Houston to Galveston? I would like to know that too. Kristen said, anyone recommend a good hotel around Cape Liberty Port? Anybody know? I don't know, Kristen. We need a Cape Liberty Port recommendation. Joe Mock said, question, I hear Alaska dress code is Mr. and Mrs. REI, even in the MDR, except formal night. True? Yes. Joe, so here's what we found in Alaska. The last few cruises we've done to Alaska, people tend to wear what they wore to port to dinner, unless it's formal night, which is usually jeans and a decent looking shirt. Very, very true. That was on Princess even. And Princess tends to be slightly more bougie, slightly. So yeah, I mean, it is, Joe. It's just more casual these days. Yes, ATL Lady Leo, I do recommend you get travel insurance for your next cruise. AIG Travel Guard is great, or your travel agency can recommend one for you, or you can use the cruise line's insurance. Peggy said, did you hear a lot of cruise lines are not recognizing the mixed vaccines? Yes, Peggy, I did hear about that. I heard that they're not recognizing mixed vaccines that come from 2 different types of vaccine protocols. So yes, it's terrible, and it's scary for, I know Shannon Bougie, it's hard for people who may have had different types of vaccines. Kevin has a question. Have you booked on Navigator out of Long Beach yet? Not yet, Kevin. Thinking about it, but the problem I have, Kevin, with those cruises is a lot of them are short, and the ones that are 7-night are all holiday cruises, and I'm not the biggest holiday cruise fan because I don't like paying more to be on a crowded ship. So, no, I haven't booked it yet. Kelly Land said, question, is it easy to add Carnival gift cards to your onboard account while on the ship? I think it's probably pretty easy to do, and you could go to guest services and do it, but I've only heard of people doing it beforehand. But I'm sure there's a way, and I would recommend you call Carnival's customer service line to ask. Paul wants to know if any of the bars and lounges stay open 24/7. I think that on certain cruise lines they probably do, like Carnival, but I'm not sure, Paul. Peter Hendricks said, is it better to tip at the end of the cruise or pay the gratuity at the time of booking? Personally, I don't prepay my gratuities. I just let them load onto my account, but you certainly could prepay them. It's really, to me, it's no different. So, all right, first time cruiser said, thank you for your videos. If you had to choose one, excursion or specialty dining, it depends on the ship. Totally depends on the ship and the ports. If you were putting me on Royal Caribbean, I might say I want Wonderland for my specialty dining. But it just depends on where you're going, first time cruiser. Joe Mock said, our Princess Alaska cruise ends in Vancouver. What can we do with our luggage from disembarkation through leaving for the airport 2 p.m.-ish. Ooh, I wonder, Joe, if Princess has a straight-to-airport product where you can buy a transfer for your luggage. The truth is I don't know, but I'm wondering if maybe they offer that. I think that I know someone you can ask, Joe. Let's ask Catherine in our Cruisetipstv Facebook group. She might know. Catherine Crawford. I'll help you. Jim Ring said, Cruisetipstv, most important question of the day, are you drinking Bombay Sapphire Gin in your stunning martini? You know it. Jim just knows me. It's just like, do you even need to ask, Jim? Yeah, it's really good. Okay, Bombay Sapphire in a cocktail shaker with the juice of a lime, a lot of lime. Brenda's favorite, 4 slashes of bitters, 1 pump of pineapple chipotle syrup, and shaken over ice. And the rest of it is in here, because I'm serious tonight. It's Tuesday. Gotta have a martini. It's not really true. Sherry Cohen said, where's your favorite port to cruise from in Alaska? Seattle, Vancouver, Cali, Anchorage. I like cruising out of San Francisco because I don't have to fly. But Seattle, I love visiting Seattle, but I don't love flying into Seattle. Never been out of Vancouver. Zach Benjamin, hey Sherry, any insight into how full we can expect our ship when cruising Carnival late August this year? Pretty full. I would expect it to be more full than most other cruise lines at the moment. Beachy Mama Donna, do you have to fill out an exemption form for RC if you're not vaccinated? Probably, but I know you have to do it for Carnival, but I'm not sure how that works. Actually, I don't know, Beachy Mama. I think it depends on what state you're cruising out of. I'm not sure. There's a lot of intricacies. Gavin said, what's the giveaway tonight for? Giveaway tonight, Gavin, we'll put it up on the screen. Gavin, this is a listener appreciation giveaway for not only reaching 90,000 subscribers, just as a thank you to everyone for sticking with us through all of these years. We are giving away all the stuff you see featured. to one lucky winner in the US. The international winner, we're gonna have 2 winners, will get a gift card, but there's a Michael Kors travel wallet. There's all kinds of stuff in there. We've got some packing cubes from Dream Vacations, a face mask, you've got a swimsuit bag, a purse, some vaccine cards, all kind of stuff. It's just a thank you. It's just an appreciation thing. All right. Megan Leoc said, Sherry, hot seat, Princess or Carnival for Mexican Riviera? Well, see, now that we have Carnival Panorama playing in that space, I think it's really hard because now I'm going to say it's going to depend on what kind of cruiser you are. Are you a Princess cruiser or are you a Carnival cruiser? If you live on the West Coast, you're going to want to do both. You're going to want to do both. You're going to want to do as many cruises as you can out of Long Beach or the Port of Los Angeles. So I'd say if you love Carnival, it's Carnival. If you love Princess, it's Princess. So, I mean, they really raised the bar when they brought Panorama over. So normally I would have said Princess. Melanie Williams said, do you have packing tips for little kids? Yeah, we have lots of packing tips for little kids, Melanie. We have some really great videos on packing with my son. If you search kid packing on our channel, you'll find one. It's hard to sum it up. I would recommend for little kids that they take their own small backpack that doesn't weigh them down, that has some of their favorite things in them, and just get them involved in the process. Don't involve them in the clothing packing process. Involve them in the entertainment that they might want to take to dinner. Think about their age. Think about things that are not screens that they can take with them. Crayons, things that they can actually be creative with are always really, really good. Ryan, no upcoming Princess cruises booked yet. They don't allow unvaccinated people at all. So nothing for us on Princess yet, but we can't wait for the day when we can say that we will. Daryl McRae said, you are far too kind to think of your international friends. Hearts always, Daryl, always. And I wish I could mail this stuff over there, but I can't necessarily. Oh my goodness sakes. Groomer Girl Bruno. Wow. Thank you so much for the very generous super chat. I'm going to say you just bought me a filet mignon plus a cocktail on my next cruise. Thank you so much. Very, very kind. Really appreciate it. Ladybug 5056 said, introvert cruising solo, what table size for late seating dinner? I'd say get a table for 2. And enjoy it by yourself. If you don't want to be with anybody else, that's what I would do. I probably wouldn't want to sit with strangers, and I totally get it. Ladybug, I also just want to applaud you for being honest about the fact that you're an introvert cruising. When you start talking to people about their cruising preferences, I think there's this assumption, and we talked about this today on the podcast that goes live tomorrow. There's this assumption that people going solo want to socialize all the time. That is not necessarily the case. It is also very true that there's a lot of introverts who love to cruise, and it does not have to be a very social experience if you don't want it to. There's a lot of private places on ships, and my husband we've talked about this. We did a whole podcast about the fact that introverts can very much love cruising. My husband is absolutely an introvert and really still prefers cruising as his primary method of travel. Marcy Crutchfield, cruising out of Long Beach, is it closer to fly into Long Beach or LAX? Well, it's closer to fly into Long Beach, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good idea because that might be very expensive. Steve Roth, any thoughts on seeing San Juan at night during an afternoon and evening? Yes, Steve, go downtown. You guys help me think of the name that has the original pina colada for Steve. Go downtown, do the restaurants and the downtown area. It's beautiful just to do that. So I would say try to squeeze in the town. Everybody loves it. Jennifer Preston said, are heating pads an allowed item? Oh, Jennifer, I'm not sure if they're forbidden or not. Typically, heating elements are not allowed, but go onto the website, go to the FAQ and look for forbidden items. Oh my gosh, High Flight 2, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, High Flight 2 said in their super chat, just a little something for all your help on St. Martin. It was great to know what we needed to do before arriving. Oh my gosh, you're ready for your next cruise. Enjoy some coffee or a drink. Thank you so much. It's very moving to me to know that you saw that video because I know it wasn't a cruise. But I worked really hard on that. And thank you so much. It is absolutely our pleasure. Jennifer, I think I got Jennifer's questions. I'm ready for Stephen Foster. Stephen said, have you ever heard of any cruises that travel to Rio for Carnival? I don't know about Rio for Carnival. Oh, Carnival. I thought you meant, I don't know. Great question. Wow, that would be fun though, wouldn't it? Arguti said, I'm an introvert solo cruiser. See, it told you so. They're out there. Heather Ann, Ultimate Adventures, introvert cruiser. See, guys, cruising is excellent for introverts. And there's so many different reasons why. And it doesn't necessarily mean that your introvert is going to be sitting on their balcony alone for the whole 7-night cruise. It's not like that. It's just a wonderful way to travel because it gives you so much choice. Wow. Bridget said, any balcony tips? First time having a balcony ever for the Bahamas. Oh, Bridget, I would love to give you some balcony tips. And you guys, let's give Bridget balcony tips. Number 1, order coffee, tea, continental breakfast, all of it, and put it out on your balcony and leave your device inside. Take a camera and just sit out there and have breakfast and do nothing else for a leisurely hour. I would even suggest have a pre-breakfast and then go to the dining room afterwards. If you want to have continental, have fruit, a croissant, and some coffee or tea, and just sit there and cherish it. It's glorious. Also, Bridget, personally, I think sail away on your own balcony is really great. If you want to go to the sail away party, go to the sail away party. But I like popping up a bottle of bubbly and just standing there as the cruise pulls out. Just watch the world melt away with a glass of champagne in my hand and my camera and my husband and my kid. It's glorious. Mark Webster said, I can be an introvert until I get on a cruise. The drink package might help. Oh, yeah. Brenda said, I'm an introvert, whether folks here believe it or not. Cruises are my social outlet. You know what, Brenda? I believe that people can be both. 100% believe that people can be both. I totally see you. Oh, man. I hope those balcony tips are flowing in for Bridget. You guys helping her out? Rebecca Scott said, I'm going out of Puerto Rico to Southern Caribbean in November on Explorer of the Seas. Anyone on this ship before? Oh, Explorer of the Seas. That's a good one, Rebecca. Anybody have any tips for Rebecca for Explorer? I've never been on that ship, Rebecca. Lexi, it's good to see you. Oh, that sounds great, Arguti. Arguti said, I took a camping mat and napped on the floor of my balcony. That's awesome. Paul said, can rough seas make it hard to sleep at night or vice versa? To me, if it's not super rough, Paul, it makes it better to sleep at night. I feel like I'm even more rested. I love the rocking of the ship. In fact, it's one of the things I think I miss the most about cruising after all this time is the rocking of the ship. But yeah, it could make it hard to sleep if you get motion sick or if the rocking is crazy. We've been in some forward cabins where the ship was literally slamming with the waves, and it would keep you up a little bit, but I love it. Hello, Cricket Fox. How are you, my friend? I see you. I see you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Lynette Nona. We need to go to the ABC Islands, Lynette, because I haven't been, so I don't have a lot of excursion recommendations. Follow Griff and Alyssa on YouTube. They do great work on ABC Islands. But Mr. Cruisetipstv, we got to go to the Southern Carib. It's just going to have to happen one of these years. We're going to go for you guys and give you some excursion tips. We'll find you the best of the best. Another huge thank you just to everybody for being here tonight. I appreciate everyone so much. Just being here, giving us a thumbs up, asking your questions. It feels so, so good. Thank you. Just want to say that for a little moment. And we're going to keep answering questions. Chip Thompson, any suggestions for luggage storage at LAX after a Carnival cruise? We don't fly out until 10 p.m. Oh, Chip, I don't know how that works at LAX. Does anybody know? I'm so sorry. I've never done that, Chip. So I'm just not sure how it works exactly. Oh my gosh. It's my Georgia Life. Rank the top 10 Carnival ships best to worst. I haven't been on 10 Carnival ships. It's my Georgia Life, so I can't really do that. But I can tell you that a lot of people really love Carnival Breeze. So if you were to talk about like most popular and well-loved ships from Carnival, Carnival Breeze is way up there and one of the most loved. So I'm going to just say that. Okay. Are you caught up, Mr. Cruisetipstv? Jackie, thank you so much. I see that, Jackie. Jackie said, I don't say much, but I love watching and reading. Thank you. That's awesome. Aw, thanks, John. I know, right? We got to get down to the Southern Caribbean. We got to do it. You're welcome, Melissa. Carrie Shield says, do you think that rising cases of COVID in the Mexican Riv due to the upcoming restart, or do you think it will be an issue? Do you think rising cases of COVID in the Mexican Riv due to... I don't know yet, Carrie. I haven't heard of rising cases in Mexico per se, but I think the worst case scenario is that they're going to have bubble excursions where you just have to book with the cruise line. I think that's the worst case scenario, but I don't know. Thank you, Jim, for your kind words. I really appreciate that. I see that nice comment in there. Okay. High Flight is recommending that in Curacao, go to the Renaissance Hotel next to the cruise port. $40 a person, $20 bar credit, swimming pool. That is ridiculous. That sounds so fun. That is a really good tip. Okay. NW said, how will the entertainment be on the ships? Well, on our Royal Caribbean cruise, I can tell you it felt so normal. The theaters on some of the cruise lines may be a little more socially distanced, on some they're not. Celebrity Carnival, no social distancing. Royal Caribbean, in some cases, lots of social distancing in the theater, but the shows themselves, totally normal. Thank you, G. Mendez. I appreciate it. Congrats on 90K. You were the first cruise-related YouTuber I subscribed to years ago. Oh, thank you. Yes, we are the old people in this world. It is true. Sydney, who I know just had a birthday, happy birthday, Sid. Sid said, since you recently cruised, do you think it's worth it for someone to book as soon as available or still give it some time? Sid, for most people, I think if you're like yourself or you're a seasoned cruiser and you know yourself, I would say book it when you're ready. I wouldn't say you have to wait too much. At this point, now that cruising is kind of resuming, I'd say kind of go for it. But if you are averse to crowds, or you just don't feel ready yet, maybe give it some time. But I think that for the most part, for seasoned cruisers, I'd say go for it. For new cruisers, I might say wait a bit. Yeah. Maybe just a little bit. All right. Mike, I haven't been on Serenade of the Seas. I'm sorry. Isn't that the one that just started up, Mike, in Alaska? I haven't been on. Joe said, booked a balcony dinner for Nora and I on Sapphire based on your recommendation. She's so excited, hoping to get it on one of the Glacier days. It's amazing, Joe. It's so good. Another fun time to do the ultimate balcony dinner, Joe, is when you're pulling away from a port. So so say you're in Ketchikan from 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. Book the ultimate balcony dinner at like 5:45 or 6 and just be there while the ship is transitioning out. That can be a really good way to do it too. Glacier Day would be great. The only downside with Glacier Day is that your timing in the Glacier can change. So if you book it and you think you're gonna be in the Glacier and then you're not, you could be out in the open sea and it could be really cold. Just throwing that out there as like devil's advocate, not to change your mind. I'm not sure if you guys, was Explorer of the Seas amplified? Let's help Gavin. Is it Gavin asking the question of the Mexican Riviera on Norwegian Joy? Should you do it? Mexican Riviera? Yes. Oh gosh, yes. Book Norwegian Joy Mexican Riviera for 2023 for sure, Gavin. Norwegian Joy, Norwegian Encore, amazing ships. Joy, Encore, and Bliss. Highly recommend. Absolutely. Lots of interest I'm seeing here, you guys, in the ABC Islands. So we got to get down there. We got to do that. Put that on the list that you are all very interested in hearing from us about it. Pablo said Serenade is an amazing ship. Oh, Mark, you're going to have so much fun. Joe Mock said Explorer was not amplified. SF Marine said, hey, Sherry, any thoughts on Disney Cruise Line completing their test cruise at a Port Canaveral booked in September? Could go either way, fingers crossed. I'm really optimistic for you. I think it's a really great sign. The test cruises seem to be going very well, and people seem to be completing those test cruises and moving into regular sailing beautifully. So SF Marine, super optimistic for you. Yeah. All right, guys, now is about that time in the show when I would say, please let me know, guys, if I missed your question. I see Jim Ring, I see your question. Sherry, did you disinfect your cabin more than you used to or about the same? I need to stock up on cleaning supplies. Okay, the weirdest thing, Jim, the weirdest thing. We disinfected everything less than we used to. Our hands, the cabin, everything, because we know what standard everything is held to. Oh, and guess what? When you go to the buffet and you don't touch anything, at least that's the way it is on Royal Caribbean right now, not on Carnival, you're touching stuff. I never had to wash my hands before I ate because you did wash. You washed when you walked in to the dining room and then you don't touch anything, so you're clean. So we were washing and sanitizing 5 million times less. I gave the cabin a super basic wipe down, but no, not much. It shocked me. Raven said, what was your favorite part of your first cruise back? Oh God, Raven, everything. How normal it felt, how well we slept, the feeling of being rocked to sleep, our glorious balcony. Our pre-cruise stay at Atlantis was so fun. I will repeat that over. We had so much fun at the Cove, guys. It was so good. But also just the honor and privilege of traveling again. And the honor and privilege of being on a ship that was at like 40% capacity, 30% capacity. It was so fun. Ask Joe and Brenda and John who were here. They were on the same ship. It was crazy cool to be on a low capacity cruise. Mark, I've never been to Endicott Arm. I'm sorry. Pete's Jeep Adventures. Any news on if Norwegian will extend their time to use Cruise Next credits because of COVID? Oh, Pete's Jeep Adventures. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I would expect that they would extend, and I think you should call them and ask them. Amanda Warren said, did Junior go to the kids club? He tried, but they didn't really have anything going for the teens, and he's 12 now, so he counted as a teen, and that would mean he'd be roaming free on the ship, and so no. The short answer is no. Ladybug, how rough or dry did your hands get with all that hand sanitizer? We just didn't sanitize that much. I mean, oh no, on the cruise, oh, I see what you're saying. We did use hand sanitizer all the time, not rough at all. When I use hand sanitizer, because I wash my hands so much, I try to keep the hand sanitizer on the inside of my hands where I'm gonna be touching other things. So I didn't let it get out here, but I washed frequently, and so we were totally fine. NW, is Amber Cove a nice port? From what I hear, it's fine. I've never been, but a lot of people really love it. It's commercialized in the sense that they kind of just the cruise line just kind of built it up. Jim Ring, oh, that's a great question. Jim Ring said, did you have much face-to-face interaction with your room steward, or is that limited now? A little tiny bit less because they never enter the room when you're there. So they only clean when you're gone. But other than that, we would see him all the time in the halls. And the only thing different is they didn't walk into your room physically on day one to introduce themselves. Beluga Whales rock, favorite cruise ship? We get asked this question all the time. Today on our podcast, we talked about it, Beluga Whales rock. My husband's favorite cruise ship of all time is Diamond Princess. I can't pick a favorite. But subscribe to our podcast and listen to our answer tomorrow. I think you'll like it. It's called Cruisetipstv Unplugged. Anywhere you listen, you can find it. Okay, guys, we're wrapping up very shortly. So any other questions coming in, if you didn't get it answered, retype it right now because we still haven't had dinner. So we're going to go do that soon. But I want to make sure we don't miss anybody. Bridget, I don't know about Global Entry extending the length of the account due to COVID closures. I haven't heard of that happening, but great question. Oh, I know, Joe. It was sad for the performers, huh? I felt the same way. G. Mendez said, love Amber Cove. Zip lines, free water area for young ones or teens, and wait service while lounging in your beach chair. That's fun. Okay. No, Amanda, right now for kids under 12, the Carnival kids clubs are closed. They are completely closed because kids under 12 are not vaccinated, so Carnival has closed them for now. Barbara Lamb says, B Lamb says, how do you keep your pretty tan? Oh, it's going to fade away soon. This is still my cruise tan, but it'll be gone soon. I haven't even been using self-tanner. It's just something about that Caribbean sun that kept me a little more bronzy this time. And it's summertime, so I am outdoors more on the weekends, gardening, exercising. We went and ran the stairs at the local high school on Sunday, so I probably have a little bit of sun from that. But I try not to stay tan, actually, because I don't want my skin to suffer. Oh, Mr. Jean-Michael. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Cruisetipstv. Hope you're okay. Thank you for the super chat. We're doing great. Thank you so much. Okay, Sheila Stewart, any word on Canadians being mixed vaccinated? You may have covered already, but you missed it. I mean, yes, we know that I don't know which Canadians got the mixed vaccinations that are causing the issue with the cruise line. So at the moment, the cruise lines are saying, some of the cruise lines are saying that certain vaccine mixing makes you appear to be unvaccinated in the cruise line's eyes. So mixing certain differing types of vaccines will make you ineligible. But I have not researched this in great depth, so I'm not sure that I can answer it for you, because you need to just look at each cruise line's policy. By the way, Royal Caribbean removed the language from their website, from what I heard. So if it's an issue, Sheila, if you're Canadian and you're worried that you've got the mixed ones, then look at the cruise line website and see if the combination you have is a problem. Start there. Okay, guys. Garden's doing great, Jim. Potatoes have sprouted. Tomatoes are doing good. Zucchini and yellow crookneck are doing okay. Super hopeful that I get potatoes this year. It's my first time. Herbs are going crazy. Raspberries died while we were on our cruise because they didn't get water for too long. It's going good though. Yeah. Okay, so Karen and Gord just said celebrity will allow mixed vaccine if they're both mRNA. Good to know. Okay. Yeah, I'm not an epidemiologist. John is correct. No, not my area of expertise. Okay, one more little moment, you guys, to talk about the giveaway. I've just pasted the Survey Monkey you need to fill out if you want to enter the giveaway. The giveaway closes tomorrow, Wednesday, the 21st of July, at noon Pacific time. That's the latest you can enter. You can enter to win the international giveaway, which is a gift card, or the US-based giveaway, which is what Mr. Cruisetipstv will put up on the screen real quick. It's a whole bunch of swag, including a Michael Kors passport wallet, a beautiful purse, all kinds of stuff, including a wet swimsuit bag, a jewelry case, a Cruisetipstv face mask, a vaccine holder, a waterproof phone case, luggage tags, everything fun for your cruise. That's for the US only, because some of this stuff I'm gonna slip in there as a surprise. I cannot ship outside of the country. So that's why that's US only. Please know this giveaway is in no way affiliated with YouTube. Full rules and disclosures about the giveaway, which YouTube does require that I say to you, are in the description of this video. Please read them before entering. Big deal to make sure that whenever you run a contest on YouTube that you say all these things that I just said. So hopefully you guys all entered. What? Giveaway. What did I call it? It's not a contest. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know, Deborah, when cruise ships are leaving out of San Francisco yet, but hopefully by next Alaska season. I am so excited for that. I cannot wait. Thank you very, very much. I know, John, I'm demanding too. I'm like, picture, babe. And he's like, okay, I got it. All right, guys, did I miss anyone's questions? Thank you, Keisha OKC. I'm glad you like it. All right, did we miss any questions? Good question. Thank you, Justine, for that clarification. I'm just scanning to make sure I'm not missing anybody here, but you guys know that you can always send me a direct message on Instagram or Facebook. We are at Cruisetipstv all over social. I'm very good about keeping up on my DMs, and it's always me answering, so do not hesitate to ask if I have missed your question. You're welcome, Bridget. You're welcome, Joe. Thank you guys. Amazing. I love all the input too, you guys, from everybody here. All right. So what's next? Up next is our Cozumel vlog. We've been super busy with good things in life that summer brings, which is great. So we're a little behind on the editing of the Cozumel vlog, but that's what's coming next in our series from Adventure of the Seas. The premieres have been going great. You guys really seem to enjoy when we premiere them, and then we have you in the live chat watching with us. It feels so fun to do that, so I think we're gonna keep doing it. But I just wanna thank everybody so much again for helping us get to this point at Cruisetipstv. The subscriber number of 90,000 is wonderful and it's great, but like I said earlier, it's not about the number for us, it's about the support and the relationship that we have from all of you guys. And I hope you listen to tomorrow's podcast episode at Cruisetipstv Unplugged, because I close out the show with a little bit of an almost got emotional moment where we just kind of share with you guys how much it means to us, all of the views and likes and all of the love that you have given to our most recent content over on YouTube. Because I have to say that we were really nervous about getting back out there again after the COVID shutdown and everything, and after all the difficulty that we've been through over the last 16 months, both on YouTube and just in life, that our confidence was really shaken about filming again and creating content. And I think we've really been boosted up by all of your support in those last few vlogs. And we don't feel that we did our best work on our last cruise, but we feel like we had a really wonderful family vacation. And we needed to prioritize that this time. But regardless of that, we hope you enjoy the edits, and we hope that we provide lots of tips and information through those vlogs for you if you're going to be going cruising soon, or just if you're visiting any of the destinations that we go to, or that we give you hope or a little bit of inspiration that cruising is back and it's back better than ever. And we just want to be that ray of light for you. Thanks, you guys, for all of your support. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Good night.
Cruise around the week.